This is Professor Joe, your education advocate. Today, our topic is epistemology during the modern period of philosophy. I will present the fascinating moments of history, exploring how modern thinkers boldly challenge the Church's long-held monopoly on truth. In the medieval period, the Church was not just a religious institution, but a powerful entity that dictated what to believe and follow. Scientific inquiries and philosophical debates were often stifled under the overwhelming influence of religious dogmatism. Revolutionary challenges were not new during the period. The scientific revolution of the 16th century was an example of this challenge. The scientific revolution was a series of events that marked the emergence of modern science in most of Europe, which transformed society's views about nature. The highlight of this happened in 1543, when Nicholas Copernicus published the Revolutions of the Heavenly Spheres, wherein he showed a new model of the universe, the centeredness of the sun in the solar system. The old geocentric model was aborted. The Industrial Revolution of the 18th century was a period of global transition of the human economy towards efficient use of machines from hand production method, including new chemical manufacturing, iron production processes, use of water power, steam power, the development of machine tools, and the rise of the mechanized factory system. The Reformation, also known as the Protestant Revolution, was a major theological movement in Western Christianity in 16th century Europe that posed a religious and political challenge to the papacy and the authority of the Catholic Church. This historical moment ended the Middle Ages and began the early modern period in Europe, when modern scholars reacted openly to the dogmatism and authority of the Church. The tension in history continued in all areas of life because revolutions were not isolated events. The Western world has been experiencing a series of shifts and revolutions. Who do you think will lead the reform in philosophy? Shall we allow reason to be drowned in fear and intimidation? It might be true that philosophers and scholars were bound by fear to avoid appearing too radical. The time has come. The revival of reason by epistemology is here. In philosophy, René Descartes, interested in science and philosophy, wanted to bring back reasons lost during the medieval period. He first introduced his readers to separating academic knowledge from religious doctrine. He challenged all sources of knowledge, including religious dogmatism. He used absolute skepticism to demolish all sources of knowledge and start his new project, to build the foundation of truth with the certitude of math and not from dogma. He was willing to challenge the accepted ideas of his day, including the Church's authority and dogma. Descartes emphasized reason as the sole source of authority, not the Church as the source of truth. He asserted that truth could be reached through reasoning intrinsic from within. We have the drive to know, called good sense, built in upon creation. This groundwork is what we call now epistemology, established to answer the fundamental question: where is the truth coming from? Is it from the subject or the object? Can the subject dictate the object's nature without respecting the essence of a thing? Is the person saying something about the case? It primarily refers to Aristotle's classical definition of truth. What is the case of the object known? The development of empiricism by John Locke and David Hume supported this matter fully, always considering the object's case, not what the subject says. The active role of the object matters more in placing the object at the center stage, allowing each rational being to touch base with the object itself, and avoiding solipsism and manipulation of truth. Some takeaways. First, today, philosophers need the courage to challenge any authority and reshape our worlds and history. What matters now is that we developed the foundation of creating evidence-based knowledge, not just creating and promoting perceived truth away from evidence. Second, understanding these historical events, the value of questioning and critical thinking cannot be undermined. Let intimidation die itself. Let philosophy continue, and no one will be like Socrates to die in any society because he stood for the truth. Let us hold on to the fact that every person has good sense and drive to know, the intrinsic ability from the inside. Lastly, let us continue to be curious, ask questions, and never be afraid to challenge the accepted truths or doctrine, because who knows? You might be on the brink of the next big revolution in understanding. Who knows, the next big revolution will be under you. Thanks for watching, and keep thinking deeply. Follow my channel and promote this advocacy.